Our next comedian just turned 14. Please welcome Cooper Towns.
So when my mom found that I was doing the show, she took me aside and said, "Yeah, I'm off limits. Yeah. You talked about being grounded." But I think it's kind of funny because in retrospect, well, I remember when I was little, I used to call mustaches mash mash, and when my mom thought it was hilarious, she called our whole family, she called her friends, she called her family's friend, she called her family's friend's friend. I mean, it was so bad we could be crossing the street, crossing the garden and go, "Good afternoon," and she'd be like, "Oh, you have a mustache." This is what my kid calls that. She would look at me and be like, "Go on, what do you call it?" I'd be like, "Mash mash." Look at me, my mom would be like, "Oh, so funny." She'd have tears in her eyes. Hilarious how So, we have I think about a 12-year-old red PT Cruiser. It's had its good days and its bad days, but one of its worst is we were backing out of our driveway and all of a sudden we heard making this thumping sound. It goes thump, 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 thump. So we were driving down the road and eventually it gets really, really loud. We're going thump, 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 thump. I mean, I could just like imagine someone looking at us from another car and some little kid in the back going, "Mommy, your car can jump." So one time, we're pulling onto our road, and I blink, and we're going scraping across the thing, and our car's making a sound, like a NASCAR crash, and our wheels going all the way down the thing, almost hits this old guy, and running down the road. So my sister is going, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." My little sister goes, "Wait." My mom going, I say, "Let's do that again." The little guy brings it back over his head. Like I probably break him in half, but he's like carrying this tire over his head. Brings it back. He says, "Nice ride." I said, "Yeah, I'm going to be hearing it in a few years." Last year, I went to Six Flags with my family and friend. So I asked my mom, "Can we go on something nice and easy at first?" Well, we go in, I think, so there's a whole bunch of people in line. I think everyone must have the same idea. So we go into the car, right? And I start going, we're halfway up the thing. I can see the whole park. I'm like, wow. I asked my friend, "This is supposed to be the smallest?" And he says, "Dude, this is the 5th fastest in the world." I'm getting a little weird. I mean, I get to the top, right? And I can see the top of the clouds. I can see the gods, Thor's going, "How is thee?" And it sounds like, "What's up?" We start going down, and my face is going blah. I blink, and the ride's over. I mean, I'm looking down in the car. My friend's up there. I'm like, "Wow, that was fast." And he says, "How should you know? You blacked out." I said, "What? How was it?" A couple of weeks ago, I was watching the old Batman with Adam West, and my sister walked in. She had no idea what the story was, so she asked me what it was. So I had explained to her, but I think about it, it's really corny. I mean, he's a kid who has a traumatic experience. His parents get shot right in front of him in a mugging. I mean, most people would see it shrink, but no, like most 7-year-olds, he trains to be a ninja, and he learns all these martial arts, right? And then he learns to be a detective. But the show is not supposed to be CSI because the clues, they make no sense, and they rush the story plot way too fast. I I mean, they could be like, whoa, where'd they go? There's a drop of paint. They must be at the aquarium. Robin would be like, holy smokes, Batman, I admire you. Well, and Batman would be like, me too, kid. Me too. To the bat boat. They pull to the aquarium, the penguin's going, you're too late, I already watched it, Robin goes, holy smokes, Batman, what do we do now? To be continued. Thank you.